Candace Owens is a evil scumbag. She doesn't fucking deal with the shit we have to deal with. She's a piece of shit.
As we all know, Candace Owens is in a lot of suggestion. We can't keep spinning conspiracy theories without evidence. People are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt. People are going to get hurt.
Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. What? Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. What? If you got something to say, tell it to her face. If you got something to say, tell it to her face. All of this is fake and gay, and you know it. I got all the evidence. I'm about to show it. You projecting all your guilt out on us and Candace. We just trying to solve the case. I don't understand it. But things not turning out how you planned it. We can see it in your eyes and your body language. I see all the threats that you keep sending me, but underneath the jail is where you finna be. Your band of crooked pastors in the pulpit. Every time you speak, all I hear is bullshit. Tell the truth about Charlie Kirk instead of telling me to stop. All I wanna know is which guy took the shot. I need an answer to a question only you would know. Was Charlie Kirk's life a reenactment of the Truman Show? Truman Show, Truman Show. 100,000 of us on your head tie. Please stop trying to feed us all this fed slide. Your grieving widow book tour, we ain't listening to it. And free Tyler Robinson, cause you know he didn't do it. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. What? Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. Everybody wanna hate Candace. What?
All right, y'all. We are about to talk about the viral situation that's going on with Candace and Andrew Wilson. And for those who don't know, who doesn't, I don't know, some people know, some people don't know. Andrew Wilson has been crying and whining about getting Candace to debate him. And it looks like Candace has finally agreed to debate this loser. And we're going to talk about why it's a terrible decision. So check this out. We'll start right here. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the hype button. And, of course, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you are at.
Well, $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA.
So the first thing he says right here, let's start right here. He turns around and says, we're going to give her $300,000 right here.
We offered, Candace Owens offered $300,000.
I want you to think about this. $300,000 is a lot of money to you and I. But Candace Owens probably makes $2 million a week. Let me know if I'm wrong. Candace Owens probably make about $2 million a week. You know, she goes live like 4 times in a week. She probably makes about $2 million or $1 million a week. So how in the world did or would this dude who's a degenerate think $300,000 to sit down and debate with you make her excited? She makes about $1 million or $2 million a week. It's not a big deal. So it's just hilarious how somebody just thinks I offer her $300 million, $300,000. Like nobody cares. She makes that. She makes more than that in one sitting in 1 hour on her show.
We offered, Candace Owens offered $300,000 to do a debate. Like, we'll give you $300,000.
What is her position? What does she think happened?
She thinks that Israel worked in conjunction with TPUSA and Erica Kirk to murder Charlie.
Based on what?
Well, that's the $1 million question. Nobody actually knows. She's never presented a single shred of evidence thus far that Israel ever worked to murder Kirk, that Erica Kirk certainly didn't. In fact, her position for the longest time was if Erica Kirk comes out and tells me to stop the conspiracy on this, I will. So Erica did. She went out publicly and she was like, enough. You're just causing more problems than good here as this investigation is going on. And then suddenly Erica's now part of the conspiracy. by the next day, she's trying to cover it up. She's part of the conspiracy too. When I went to the TPUSA HQ and I talked to Erica briefly while I was there. The first thing I did was what I think every normal, moral human being would ever do.
Just sitting there with a cigarette in his hand is absolutely disgusting.
Gave her a hug. And I told her how god awful sorry I was that happened to her.
And it's like he keeps bragging about how he gave Erica Kirk a hug, like somebody gives a damn. Like every time I turn around and hear that, it just makes me cringe. I gave her a hug. Okay. Why are you bragging about giving somebody a hug?
Like, can you even imagine how that's got to feel for her? Especially now that she has tens of thousands of people accusing her of murdering and conspiring to murder and then cover up what happened to her own. I mean, that's like mind-boggling psychological torture on a level that I've never.
Actually, it's not. Whenever a married person gets murdered, the first person that the detectives are going to want to have a conversation with is the spouse. So once again, this man is an idiot because he doesn't even understand life in itself. If you've been married to somebody, you have had thoughts of getting the person whacked, because what happens is it's kind of like siblings. I didn't grow up with siblings, but if I had a brother, I would have had thoughts of like just hit him in the head with a damn chair, because when you're cohabitating with a person and to a certain degree, you can't get away from the person because y'all live together, i.e. siblings. You kind of like have thoughts of getting the person whacked. You don't do it, but it comes across your mind because you're stuck with the person. So, and let me know in the chat, am I wrong? When you were a kid, did you ever think about doing harm to your sibling because you hated them for a split second? Just let me know in the chat, because I didn't grow up with a sibling. Did you ever have thoughts of harm to your sibling because you couldn't stand them? They stole something or took something, or they ate your cereal, or they did something. Like, let me know if I'm crazy, because I didn't grow up with a sibling. So when you're married, to a certain degree, you have the same thought every now and then. You like, just, I can't, because they're not doing what you want them to do. And you kind of like can't get them to do it. And you get mad, right? So with all that being said, you have crazy thoughts in your head, you son of a, So the thing about it is, when you're married, because I was married, and my ex-wife, we're really close, right? We're so close. She literally got so mad at me one time where she admitted that she didn't try. She wanted to get me whacked. She didn't do it, but it was a thought. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the main person that wants you dead is usually your sibling or your mate that you're married to. So real quick, yes, you understand what I'm saying, or no, you don't understand what I'm saying. When it comes to subconsciously wanting to get the person that you're stuck with out of here is a thought. All right. Let me know yes or no in the chat. So when police sit down with the spouse of a dead person, the first thought they have is that the spouse is the one that got the person out of here. Because that's what happens. You sit here thinking like, okay, I don't want to be with this person anymore. But if I just leave them, they're going to take me for everything I have. They're going to, we're going to have a big custody battle. We're going to have to go through all this other stuff. So you start thinking like, all right, what's a better way to do this? And you start having stupid ass thoughts in your head. Okay. So it's natural for the police or the rest of us to think Erica Kirk had something to do with getting rid of Charlie Kirk. It's common sense for you to think Erica did it or Erica had somebody to do it, because you don't do it. You get somebody to do it. All right. So it happens. All right. And no, I've never had thoughts of anything with my ex-wife, because guess what? I just divorced her. I didn't have to think about all that stuff. I didn't feel like I was stuck. When I did not want to be there anymore, I just went to her and said, I want to do this anymore. And we had a divorce. So I personally did not have those thoughts. I just said, I don't want to be with you no more. And then we ain't together no more. And to this day, we're good. But in her mind, because what you guys may not know is the most psychotic person in a marriage is usually the woman. So the woman usually has those thoughts of getting the man whacked and not the man having thoughts of getting the woman whacked. Just so y'all know, it's usually the woman that has those thoughts. Because we'll just leave, we'll just cheat, we'll just get the hell up out of here. We'll just whatever. Right. But it's somebody said hormones. OK, could be the hormones. Right. So y'all are now understanding what I'm saying. Women are hormonal and they be thinking about unaliving people. It is what it is. OK, so now that we got that out the way, this loser sitting here saying, what is wrong with these people? Why in the world would a wife want to whack their husband? Well, if you look at everything that Erica Kirk has done thus far, it still looks like she had him whacked. Why? Well, he was going against the pro-Israel cause. And as you see with Erica Kirk now, she doesn't want to go against the pro-Israel cause. That's the first thing. The second thing is this stupid ass woman literally took over his life. She took his life, not unalived him, but she took his life. She took his company. She is now the CEO of his company. It's like if I have a girlfriend or a wife and I die and then she's sitting here and she's doing my show. You'll look at her like she's crazy, like, yo, what are you doing? Why don't you start your own show? Why don't you be there for the kids? So Erica Kirk is never at a home with her freaking children. So that's another reason why it looks like she is enjoying Charlie Kirk being dead. And anybody that enjoys seeing somebody dead, you would think that they may be the reason why they're dead. All right, so let's just keep going, because I can go on and on and on about why we think Erica Kirk got Charlie Kirk whacked.
Proceed.
Yeah, in hindsight.
And another thing, Erica Kirk was seen at Fort Huachuca right before Charlie Kirk died. Why are you at Fort Huachuca? So there's a lot of different easy ways of looking at Erica Kirk had something to do with Charlie Kirk dying. Whether she did or not, that's not my point, but it's an assumption and it's valid.
It's 2020, but given the reaction, I think it probably would have been better for her to like lay low for a little while.
1000%.
The going out with the sparklers. It's not.
And another thing that makes Andrew Wilson an idiot is because he spent a lot of time calling Erica Kirk an idiot himself. Put a 1 in the chat if you are aware that Andrew Wilson has called Erica Kirk an idiot. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen or you're aware of that. He's called her an idiot on Twitter a number of times. And now he's working with Erica Kirk, which shows Erica Kirk is an idiot. But
Not a great idea. Like all that was not a great idea because it just seemed insane.
Thank you, Joe Rogan, for saying that. People were going, yeah, okay. Now I'm interested because first of all, I wasn't expecting Andrew Wilson to look like that.
she didn't even know who Andrew Wilson was.
I understand, I guess, perhaps could probably guess how you magically fell into money to be running around offering $300K for a conversation.
Drunk boy Andrew Wilson, who's now employed by Turning Point USA to protect Erica Kirk from conspiracies, went on Joe Rogan yesterday to defend her, and let's just say it did not go according to plan. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, this man, Andrew Wilson, literally got on Joe Rogan because he wanted to debate Candace Owens. And I think that's kind of, well, you got on Joe Rogan, so I'm not mad at you for getting on Joe Rogan. But if I got invited to be on Joe Rogan, I would hope it's because Joe Rogan wanted to talk about me and not about Candace or whoever else. You're on Joe Rogan to talk about you, what you got going on, like get to know you as a person. But no, this man just sat there and begged Candace Owens for a debate for so long, and then he turns around and gets on Joe Rogan and starts whining about Candace Owens through the whole Joe Rogan interview. And I think that is pathetic also. So hold on, I'm going to get into this, but I want to play this one video right here because Candace Owens fries this man up. I'm going to come back to this. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
Where'd you go for a week? Well, EPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop.
What is happening?
Candace, debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me, Candace. I'm like,
hold on one second, y'all. It's not doing it. Okay, I gotta remove this. All right, here we go.
Week. Well, EPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
Candace, debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me, Candace. I'm like, ew. Like the sissy culture of men online.
See right here. It's gay. This man is a degenerate. Listen again.
Hey, where'd you go for a week? Well, EPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
Candace, debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me, Candace. I'm like, ew. Like the sissy culture of men online saying, and there's something also just extraordinarily like gay, like 90s gay about like
It's
men
gay.
that do that full time online. And she's like, I'm like, stop. Like, stop being a woman. Like, let us do that. Men.
And what do you guys think about that? Do you agree or disagree? I totally agree. Like, I'm not going to be sitting around begging anybody to debate me. And speaking of debating in itself is gay to a certain degree. And in my opinion, there's two types of debating. There's like a presidential debate where you're debating another person in order to show that you're better than the other person. That is what a debate is supposed to be. But what debates have morphed into is just gay. All right? You're never going to see me anywhere debating with somebody, and I'll have a conversation with a person. But debating, like somebody begged to debate me and I went on their show and it was just stupid because at the end of the day, I don't care what you think enough to debate you. I don't care about you to the point where I'm trying to beg you to think like me. That's gay. I'm a man. I don't give a damn about what you think enough to argue with you for 2 hours on a topic. I don't care. I think how I think, and you have the full freedom to think how you think. Why do I gotta sit here and talk you into thinking like me? It's gay. All right. So a presidential debate is two people looking to become president. So it makes sense. So I'm going to take the podium and I'm going to talk to the audience. See, I'm not talking to the other person doing an actual debate. I'm letting the audience know, hey, I'm the better candidate than this person. And here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to implement. If you, the audience, gives me your opportunity, your vote, I'm going to do this, and this better than that person over there. That is what an actual debate is. But these weirdos, they want to get online and say, well, the way you think is wrong and the way I think is right. That is gay. Why do you care? All right. So what Candace is saying right here is 100% correct. It is gay. It is gay. And this dude, Andrew Wilson, one of the reasons why he's a degenerate is because he's running around labeling himself as a master debater, like a masturbator. That's gay. I don't want to be a masturbator. Not a masturbator. Like, it's gay. Hey, I'm the best at debating. Debating what? What does he debate? Random dumb shit. He's a bum. So when Candace says this, I'm totally on board with her because it's so gay.
Train its new crop of debaters.
Just debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me.
That's what he was
Candace.
doing.
Like, ew. Like the sissy culture of men online saying, and there's something also just extraordinarily like gay, like 90s gay about like men that do that full time online. And she's like, I'm like, stop.
And with Candace, I be looking at Candace side-eyed because she'll sit down with one of these gay ass people. She'll sit down with Nick Fuentes, who is gay. I think Nick Fuentes is a gay person. I think he said he's gay. Everybody calls him gay. So I'm not using gay as, I think he says he's gay. Let me know if I'm right. I think Nick Fuentes does not like women. He's gay, I think. She sits down with the little Myron dude. Myron is a homosexual. He's actually gay. So she sits down with these literally gay people, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. But she sits down with these gay people, and they do gay shit. And gay shit is sissy stuff, okay? So it's different between a sissy and a person that likes having sex with men. I think these dudes have sex with other men, and they're sissies, all right? But Andrew Wilson, I think he wants to be a part of the gay dudes. So he sits around arguing with women all day, just like the little Myron dude does. And it's all gay because you go on whatever podcast. I think the whole podcast is gay because you're sitting around or arguing with women all damn day, which is gay. And then the little fresh and fit dudes, they sit around talking shit to women, arguing with them all day, which is gay. So Andrew Wilson comes from all of this gay lore. It's like a gay lore. It's a gay world. So it's a whole world of gay men, homosexual men arguing with women all day. That is gay and it's homosexual because I'm a man and I'm happy with being over here. And I'm not going to sit here and argue with a woman that's over there and tell her what she needs to do. That's gay. Okay. I can have an opinion and I can say women need to do this. Women need to do that. Yes, because I'm a coach. So I might go out in the world and say something about what women need to be doing, but it's from a coaching standpoint because women come to me for advice. I'm on a whole podcast called the Tonight's Conversation podcast where women come together and they come to our shows and then they get to the mic and say, hey, I have a question for the panel. But women come to us for information. So it's a difference when you yelling at women, trying to get them to think a certain kind of way versus women coming to you wanting to think like you. That's the difference. All right, so let's just keep going.
Like, stop being a woman. Like, let us do that. Men,
Right.
When men podcast, they can't podcast like women. Do you get what I mean? Ugh, please don't do that. It's so gross. It's so gross. I hate looking at these men. It bothers me deeply.
This is a perfect conversation right here to have. It's hilarious that the political right has become everything they claim the left to be. Exactly. That's the reason why I'm not left, and that's the reason why I'm not right, because they're all gay. The people on the left are gay. People on the right are gay. See, the people on the left, they're like outwardly gay. They're blue-haired, lesbian people and gay dudes or whatever, which is okay. They're gay. But the people on the right are closeted gay. They are closeted homosexuals, because that's the reason why they talk so much shit about women, because they're in competition with women. At least the left people are in unison with women, and they love women and they appreciate women. They're actually the people that, you know, they're weirdos too, because, you know, it gets crazy. But the right-wing people, they be eating babies. They are into the Israel stuff. And, you know, the IHOPians, they have a Talmud that literally says it's okay to be in a relationship with a tadpole, and they believe in all this PDF file stuff. That's right-wing people. So that shows you that the leftist people are gay and the right-wing people are gay. They all are the same damn people. All right. And I'm not demonizing being gay, but to me, it's kind of like smoking weed. And some of y'all smoke weed, so it's okay. But smoking weed, when I grew up, I heard that weed was a gateway drug. Okay. And I'm going somewhere with this. Smoking weed has always been a gateway drug. And I always learned that if you smoke weed, at some point, smoking weed is not going to be good enough for you. And then you're going to start snorting powder. Then you're going to start snorting powder. You're going to end up doing a harder drug. And then you're going to end up walking down the street in your drawers because you're high out of your mind. Or you're going to start popping pills. Okay? So I say that because I think being gay is a gateway drug. You start off being gay or bi, and next thing you start being gay. And then that doesn't work for you anymore for whatever reason. And a gateway drug causes you to start fucking tadpoles. Because it's kind of like a portal. When you start doing this, that is kind of like against the Bible, you start doing other shit that is against the Bible. So you go from being bi to gay to messing with, you know, tadpoles, maybe kind of like Andrew Tate type of shit, you know, the teenagers. And then you go from the teenage stuff, then you go straight down to the elementary shit. Now you messing with elementary tadpoles. Then you start fucking animals. So it's ritualistic, and that is how they get you. That's how they get you. Diddy and them was doing all that shit. You know, P. Diddy. So in the black community, the same shit is going on. Because Diddy actually got into the game by getting fucked by Clive Davis. Clive Davis is openly gay. So he started fucking Clive Davis. And Clive Davis turned Diddy out. And next thing you know, Diddy became gay. Then Diddy is now, years later, is in jail for what? He's in prison for trafficking. And that's what I'm saying. It's a gateway. So all of this political bullshit, everybody is gay. And they're eating babies and fucking tadpoles and fucking each other. Just in my opinion. And I think it's disgusting. So I think this dude is gay. I think Myron is gay. And I think Nick Fuentes is gay. Now, I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think all these motherfuckers are gay.
I hate looking at these men. It bothers me deeply.
I gotta grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't...
He's so gay where he can't even open a damn jar of peanut butter or pickles. This is gay. Yes, Biggie was gay. Yes, Tupac was gay. Tupac was gay. Biggie Smalls was gay. They both were homosexuals. Biggie, Tupac, they both were gay. Diddy, gay. Okay? Gay. Homosexuals.
Your hand greased the whole top of it.
Andrew Wilson, I don't think he's gay because he's too old. He looks like he's like 70. So I don't know what old people do. Maybe old people be gay too, but I don't know if he's gay. He may be gay, but I think he's too old to be gay. Look at him. He just looks, I don't know. He just looks too old to be gay. How old is Andrew Wilson? Like 70?
Literally slippery.
Sorry,
I'm supposed to open the pickle.
How old is Andrew Wilson? Like 70? Probably like 62 or something like that. 70 is too much.
Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
You're the big.
Quincy Jones. Somebody said Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones and Tupac. Let me keep going.
Strong man. There you go.
Even Tupac talked about Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones tried to fuck Tupac.
Go, come on.
I can't grip the fuck.
This is gay. This is gay. He's a homosexual.
Like, I gotta have a way to grip it. I gotta grip it. Try it. You fucker.
See, an actual man walks up and just opens the damn pickle jar. A person that's not gay can open a pickle jar. Gay people can't open pickle jars.
Bullshit.
I'm supposed to open a pickle jar?
All right, so let's get back to it. And I'm not going off on a tangent. I'm showing you how gay all of these little debate me people are. Like, if you run around trying to get somebody to debate you, you're probably gay. So let's go to this young lady here.
Understand, I guess, perhaps could probably guess how you magically fell into money to be running around offering $300K for a conversation.
Because he works for Turning Point USA, who also is gay. And I'm still going to do the video. I may do the video Wednesday where, speaking of gay, I'm going to talk about how everybody at Turning Point USA is gay, which means Charlie Kirk may have been gay also because everybody at Turning Point USA is gay. If you're surrounded by gay people and everybody's having all these gay sex parties, you actually think Charlie Kirk isn't gay too? I know he was on tour all the time. You probably didn't know what's going on, but all of your friends are gay and you're not gay? So speaking of being gay, we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk at Turning Point USA, how everybody over there is gay.
Drunk boy Andrew Wilson, who's now employed by Turning Point USA to protect Erica Kirk from conspiracies, went on Joe Rogan yesterday to defend her, and let's just say it did not go according to plan. So let's talk about it. If it's the first time you're seeing me, I run the largest counter organization to Turning Point USA on the left, so don't forget to follow me. Okay, really quick to catch you up. So yesterday, Andrew Wilson went on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was an absolute disaster. But the biggest disaster, in my opinion, was this clip of him trying to defend Erica Kirk that went so incredibly south. Watch this.
I went to the TPUSA HQ, and I talked to Erica briefly while I was there. The first thing I did was...
See, every time you turn around, the first thing I did was gave her a hug. Like, stop bragging about giving somebody a hug. It's weird.
It's what I think every normal, moral human being would ever do. I gave her a hug, and I told her how god-awful sorry I was that happened to her. Like, can you even imagine how that's got to feel for her? Especially now that...
Ben Shapiro, gay. Ben Shapiro, gay. All these people are gay. A whole bunch of gay people argue with each other. It's just everybody's gay.
She has tens of thousands of people accusing her of murdering and conspiring to murder and then cover up what happened to her own. I mean, that's like mind-boggling psychological torture on a level that I've never seen.
Yeah, in hindsight, it's 2020. But given the reaction, I think it probably would have been better for her to like lay low for a little while.
And just for the record, Ben Shapiro, I believe, is married. Just like Charlie Kirk was married. I think a lot of these people, they have to get married in order to maintain a certain level of hierarchy or a certain level of influence. You know, it's like being a president. Only one president in history has been a bachelor, maybe two, but you have to have a wife in order to become president. You can't be president of the United States as a bachelor, because it's only happened one time in history. Okay, so a lot of these gay men they marry a woman and the woman don't want to be there, but she's a part of the whole thing. So she gets to live in a man's house or live in a White House or live in his house, whatever house. Sorry, I think Obama was gay too. Sorry. I like Obama, but I think he gay too. So these people, these men have to get a wife in order to become a leader of something. So a lot of these gay men are married and the woman is their beard. And I think Erica Kirk was Charlie Kirk's beard. And that's the reason why Erica Kirk doesn't seem to care or have any kind of emotional attachment to Charlie Kirk, because she was there to work. She was there with Charlie Kirk, not to be his wife. And they may not even be his kids. You got to remember, Erica Kirk has a direct pipeline of orphans. So they may be their kids, but I never seen Erica Kirk pregnant. So I don't think those are her kids. One, because she is a traffic lighter. So she just should just go grab some kids and then, oh, they look like us. All right, make these two our kids. And I think Charlie Kirk and everybody else at Turning Point USA is gay. So everybody just run around fucking each other with wives.
The going out with the sparklers is not a great idea.
Here's the one thing I will give to Joe Rogan is that even though he's apparently friends with Andrew Wilson, which is the only reason Andrew Wilson could ever get on that podcast, at least he was fair in talking about Erica Kirk. Erica should be doing what she tells all other women to do, which is go home and be with your kids. Of course, the hypocrisy is always wild at Turning Point USA, so if you want to see more updates like this, then remember to follow me to Unfuck America.
What else do you think, Chuck? Do I have an illegitimate black child too?
No.
That wasn't part of your information?
So this is the after effect of a video that went viral about how this ingrate just started. He called us somebody else gay. I'm trying to think. Is this? I think it's the same video. Let's let
Other women to do, which is go home and be with your kids. Of course, the hypocrisy is always wild.
So what do you see on the screen right now? Do you see a woman in a red shirt named Z? Let me know what you see in the video right now. Someone said maybe. Can somebody tell me? Okay, now we can say, okay, sorry for not having the proper video up. Okay.
At Turning Point USA. So if you want to see more updates like this, then remember to follow me to Unfuck America.
What else do you think, Chuck? Do I have an illegitimate black child too?
No.
That wasn't part of your information?
No.
Oh, what else was part of your information? How much older is my wife than me?
5 years.
Oh, okay. Well, how old is she then?
She's 43 if you said it was 3 years.
Wait, how old am I, Chuck?
So now when you see a person cross their arms and they're like this, I want you to tell me in the chat what you think is going on in the person's mind.
40.
I'm 41.
Okay. Well, she still has 3 baby daddies, which you confirmed.
So you were wrong about that, right? You were wrong about that?
Does she not have 3 baby daddies?
Yeah,
Did
no,
you not
she
say
didn't
that
have
this
3
was
baby
public
daddies. Men you're married to aren't baby daddies.
A baby daddy is a man that gets you pregnant.
No.
Damn, she was married 3 times and then she got with you? Like, damn. You're a loser, sir. And I'm sure there's plenty of women out there who've been married and they got remarried. That's cool. But according to him, 2 things. One, she has 3 baby daddies, and or she was married to 3 different men and then he married her. 1 or 2, that's crazy. So this is being defensive. He's extremely defensive because this body language, because we kind of like do what we think. Okay. We do what we think. So next thing you know, if you feel a certain kind of way, you start acting that certain kind of way, right? So being like this is literally making your shoulder your defense mechanism. So you're defending yourself with your shoulder. And that's the reason why he's like this. Because so when you start talking about the man's his wife with all the 6-pack of baby daddies, he literally becomes defensive by his body language, which you can see that he doesn't even know how to debate, because debating has a lot to do with body language also.
your disparagement there, as fun as it is, right? Remember, she's not here to defend herself either, because she'd knock you the fuck out probably. But
She would hit me?
yeah, oh yeah. If you personally attacked her, I'm sure she would.
Well, I wouldn't have personally attacked her. Though I might have gently suggested that.
Oh, gently suggested.
Oh, so that means his wife is a degenerate also if she'll run around slapping women on a public podcast. So you both are degenerates. Okay.
Submit to their husbands and blah, 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 blah is kind of.
That created great outcomes for her, Chuck.
Is this a great outcome?
Sure seems to be for her.
Because, I mean, being with you and I think dedicating your life to being a content creator that just like debates and that's the extent of your Christian goodness, I wouldn't consider that the high living.
Wait, is that the
consider that
Chuck? Is
That she has a great point. She has a great point. She has a great. Okay, probably not. She has what a half dozen of baby daddies. Okay, that'd be 6. I just want to say half dozen. A half dozen of baby daddies is crazy. So she has a quarter dozen of baby daddies. Would that be better for this degenerate to hear? Your wife has a quarter dozen of baby daddies. That's crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah. If you personally attacked her, I'm sure she would.
Well, I wouldn't have personally attacked her. Though I might have gently suggested that.
Oh, gently suggested.
Women to submit to their husbands and blah, 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 blah is kind of.
That created great outcomes for her, Chuck.
How?
Is this a great outcome?
Sure seems to be for her.
Why?
Because, I mean, being with you and I think dedicating your life to being a content creator that just like debates and that's the extent of your Christian goodness, I wouldn't consider that the high living.
Wait, is that the Chuck? Is that the extent?
Exactly. Like somebody being married to this degenerate is not a good life. This man smokes cigarettes. This man, he literally drinks coffee and smokes cigarettes. He's literally like this. Just imagine how disgusting your insides are. And you're sitting there drinking coffee and then smoking a cigarette. Drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette. Drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette. Like your insides are blacker than me. This man is probably a black person internally. His insides are probably black, not pink like everybody else. I bet his insides are literally black because he drinks coffee and smokes cigarettes literally every 10 seconds. This man is disgusting. Talking about his wife is having a great life. I don't think so.
Of my Christian goodness?
Probably.
Tell me what I do.
This is what you do.
Tell me what I do with all that money I make, Chuck.
I don't know.
But I thought you just told me what the extent of my Christian goodness was.
The impact that you leave on the world,
Yes.
whether you donate to charity
So
or
it
not,
justifies-
which I strongly doubt that.
He makes his money arguing with OnlyFans models all fucking day. Like, what are you talking about, sir? See, it's not about whether you have money or not. It's about how you made the money. I would never want to look my kids in the face as a proud man if I'm 1, smoking cigarettes every 2 seconds, 2, marry a woman with 3 baby daddies. That's weird. And 3, my job is arguing with bimbos all day, arguing with 18-year-old girls that left their mama house and became OnlyFans models. And you're sitting on a podcast arguing with those women all day long, smoking cigarettes. You're a degenerate if that's your life.
That you do.
You strongly doubt that?
What you do with your worldview is you use it to feed your ego. What you do with
Ego?
your career.
My ego?
Yes, your ego.
My ego?
Your ego.
You could make the case that like grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here.
What? I didn't see this one. This was connected to the other one. I didn't see this one. Let's listen to this again. What'd he say? But this is the man that you all think is going to debate Candace Owens. I'm here to show you that Candace Owens is not going to debate this degenerate loser. Why would she do it? She said, pay me $500,000, I'll do it. So she may do it for $500,000. I don't know. But if they don't pay the $500, they're not going to do it. So listen again.
Do with your worldview is you use it to feed your ego. What you do with
ego?
your career.
My ego?
Yes, your ego.
My ego?
Your ego.
You could make the case that like grape is bad for certain people.
No.
For certain people.
For certain people.
No, it's bad for everyone.
No, it's only bad for certain people. Here, like there's women, you agree, who have orgasmed during SA.
That has nothing to do with
Bro.
SA.
Bro.
That is.
Does that justify it? I'm just seeing this. Is that justifying the graping that the what? Okay. I'm just seeing this for the first time. I just ran into this. I thought the other video was going to stop. Apparently, the video was longer than I thought. What?
Nothing to do with whether it's SA. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I didn't say whether or not it's SA. I said during SA.
Yeah. What does it have to do with anything?
Well, bro, if that's the case.
Why do you keep saying bro and you're like 64 years old?
Right? Was it bad for them?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because there are overriding harms than just orgasm. I'm not saying that's not the case. What?
Perfect. So then here's the case then. The case is like when you say for some people, right? The reason you keep saying that is because even though it's the vast overwhelming majority of people.
The vast overwhelming majority of people do what? Enjoy getting R-worded? Get orgasms while getting R-worded? Or get orgasms R-wording somebody? Who the hell is the majority? Is he talking? What the hell is this man talking about? And you think this man is going to literally debate Candace Owens? Are you crazy? Nobody wants to see this loser debate anybody. He needs to debate cows and chickens. Okay, once again, what?
Orgasm. I'm not saying that's not the case. What?
Perfect. So then here's the case then. The case is
he's debating about getting R-worded with a teenager.
This is like when you say for some people, right? The reason you keep saying that is because even though it's the vast overwhelming majority of people, you want to like create this little minutia outlier, right? Is it logically possible that there's ever been a woman who's been SA'd who'd enjoyed it?
I'm not going to.
Can you answer my question? Is it logically possible?
Logically possible? Sure.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but that's not. I'm not ascribing anything to that.
Do you think there's ever been a single woman who's been SA'd and has enjoyed?
What does this have to do with anything? This man is debating somebody about this? Yes or no in the chat? Is Andrew Wilson a degenerate loser? Yes or no? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Is Andrew Wilson a degenerate loser? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no in the chat.
I'm not going to answer the question.
Answer the question.
I'm not going to answer the question.
But because then I can't say some people.
I'm not going to answer whether women enjoy being great.
That's not what I asked you.
Whether a woman has enjoyed being great.
If there's ever been one. Do you think there's ever been one?
I'm not answering.
You don't think there has been?
I don't know, and I'm not going to answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to. This is such a weird thing. This is such a weird thing.
What's wrong with answering the question?
Because I'm not going to contribute to rhetoric that tries to say that there is anything good about SA.
Who said there's?
And then here's the thing. This is a perfect example of how stupid and utterly idiotic Turning Point USA members are. Erica Kirk, Andrew Kovic, Blake Neff, Tyler Boyer, all those people over there are idiots, pure idiots. Because those idiots went out and hired this loser who sits around arguing with OnlyFans models and arguing with apparently a 19-year-old boy about if R-wording is a good thing. Turning Point USA is a bunch of idiots because they keep affiliating themselves with stupid weirdos like this. And y'all get mad at me when I say Erica Kirk is an idiot. She's an idiot. He called her an idiot, and this idiot turned around and hired this idiot to teach other idiots how to debate. Shit is crazy.
Anything good about it?
You just said that some women orgasm, therefore that is a good event.
No.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
Oh, okay. So this is the original video right here.
and you lick sniz.
Hi, so that's me in the video. I am the snizzlicker, the snizzler, if you
snizzlicker.
will. This video is making the rounds again on Instagram and Twitter, so I just wanted to clarify a few things. I don't take any issue with Andrew Wilson's wife having 3 baby daddies and having been married multiple times before. I don't think it's immoral. I'm a feminist. What I do take issue with is the fact that Andrew Wilson built his platform off of shaming and humiliating women for their past sexual conduct. If Andrew Wilson met a woman like his wife with 3 baby daddies,
and she came on the whatever podcast or the Fresh and Fit podcast, he would literally shame the woman, call her a stupid whore, and embarrass the shit out of the woman. So what she's essentially saying is Andrew Wilson, who is a degenerate loser, married a woman that he usually talks shit about on the podcast he's paid to be on, to talk shit about women that are like his wife. I just want y'all to think about that. He's paid to be on a podcast to talk shit about women that are just like his wife. They are synonymous with his wife. Chicks who got 3 baby daddies and shit. That's the reason why this young lady brought up, like, well, doesn't your woman have 3 baby daddies? Because you talk shit about women who have 3 baby daddies on your little stupid ass podcast. So she was not out of line by asking, doesn't your wife have 3 baby daddies? Because you talk shit about women with 3 baby daddies. With 3 baby... Shit, I can't even talk. You talk shit about women with 3 baby daddies all the time.
on the whatever podcast, he would shame her, call her a hoe, and tell her she's damaged goods and essentially unlovable, like he's done to many women.
That's what all these little red pill dudes do. But then they turn around and get with the same woman that has the baby daddies. It's absolutely stupid. It was a black dude that did the same shit that I did. Well, he asked me to come on his show, and then I got tricked into a debate. He talks shit about women who has multiple baby daddies, and then he gets with a woman that has multiple baby daddies. The same shit with Andrew Wilson. All these little red pill dudes are idiots.
Before in the past. What I want people to take away from this clip is not that Andrew Wilson is a cuck or that Rachel Wilson is a hoe. I want people to understand that they are hypocrites.
Yes.
And that if you're going to marry a woman with a past, then you should give other women the same grace, that you give your wife.
Right.
Let he who is without sin be the first to throw a stone. Or whatever Jesus said. I don't know. I'm not the staunch Christian Andrew Wilson claims himself to be.
Here are all the messages I've received from a 40-year-old man, maybe 50, in the past 24 hours. So, context, this is after he called me a, I quote, stupid bitch. Good, I meant every word.
You got to remember, he's used to calling, she's 19. This woman is 19. He's used to being on a whatever podcast calling 19-year-old girls bitches and stupid and dumb. And they're 19. Oh, you don't know anything about relationships. She's 19. Of course she doesn't know anything about relationships, you idiot. So you got a 40-year-old man who looks like he's 60 sitting there arguing with 19-year-old girls and calling them idiots all day. And that's what he's paid to do.
You were being a stupid bitch. I called you one. Classic. This one I really like. Keep going. Feed your simps. I don't care, LOL. You want the debate? Come correct next time. Stupid broad. I like that he kind of broadened his vocabulary this time.
All right, so let's go farther into this. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. This man is a degenerate loser. So here's more information on how much this man is a loser.
Actually left drunken voicemails. So he's leaving voicemails, clearly drunk, calling her the stupid B word. So it's okay for him to do it because the Wilsons live in a glass house. When somebody calls them that, it's World War III.
Well,
he just burped. Just so you know, that noise was he burped. Listen again.
It's okay for him to do it because the Wilsons live in a glass house. When somebody calls them that, it's World War III.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. See, you can go back to seeding on your videos or whatever it is you do. I do thank you for your concern. It's very kind of you to reach out. Make sure that I'm okay after my latest Rogan appearance. It's rough out here, I gotta tell you. But I'm glad a bunch of lefties got together to do a ratio on X that nobody will remember in a week.
So what just happened is he went on Joe Rogan's show. Everybody called him an idiot, degenerate loser, just like I'm doing. And now he's getting drunk and high because he's depressed that he thought he was doing something good or something that was going to, give him popularity, but instead it backfired. And now he looks like an even bigger idiot after being on Joe Rogan, right? Imagine being on the biggest podcast in the world and you get home and you realize that you look like a pure idiot on the biggest podcast in the world. This man is an idiot. And now this man literally gets into the woman that had red on. Her name is Z. He starts DMing her as he's drunk and burping in the damn audio, but he's in somebody's DM. That's why this little Instagram thing is up right here. So I'm just giving you context. He's sitting here just talking to a woman in the DM, with a little audio feature while he's drunk. So that's what's actually happening right here. And it's not his wife. It's a woman that he would debate with or something like that.
On your videos or whatever it is you do. I do thank you for your concern. It's very kind of you to reach out. Make sure that I'm okay after my latest Rogan appearance. It's rough out here, I gotta tell you. But I'm glad a bunch of lefties got together to do a ratio on X that nobody will remember in a week. Anyway, have a good night.
Then he leaves another one. It doesn't. Then he leaves another one.
Then he comes back and leaves another voice note. This is a married man.
Leaves another voice text message, okay? It doesn't end there. That wasn't as bad enough. Then he goes into a rant about video games. And again, let me just remind everybody, he's claiming that he wasn't drunk. I told him, I said, this is a really bad look, Andrew. You're leaving drunk voicemails to this chick.
Yes, this is to Z. And let me show you who Z is, because I was just showing you who Z was. Where is it? I just want to show you a picture of Z. So this is Z. This is Z
He's
right
wild
here.
at Turning Point USA. So if you want to see,
All right, so hold on. Gotta get this off my screen.
Clearly incoherent. You're slurring your words. You're burping. Anybody reasonable person would say this guy sounds drunk, and you're claiming that this was all an act.
I can't decide between Miller.
Okay, so this right here is Z.
see more updates like this, then remember to follow me to Unfuck America.
So Z is the founder of Unfuck America. Okay, so that's who he's actually in the DMs with right here. So let's get back to this. So I just want to show you who Z is. So he's all in her DMs. A young white girl, and he's a middle-aged old degenerate, and he's all up in her DMs, and he is married, by the way.
You're leaving drunk voicemails to this chick. You're clearly incoherent. You're slurring your words. You're burping. Anybody reasonable person would say this guy sounds drunk, and you're claiming that this was all an act.
I can't decide between Miller or I got this other shitty American beer. I can't decide. I think I'm going to go with the Miller Z. I do.
So he's in there trying to fuck Z while he's married and he's drunk. trying to have sex with the damn girl, burping and shit.
I think I'm going to go with the Miller. I'm going to go with the Miller for sure. Also, this fucking game, Mistfall. Don't get this game. Terrible fucking game. It was a bad decision. Out.
And shout out to Candace 41. She says, thank you for paying attention to the chat. Yeah, I try to pay attention to the chat the best I can. But if you guys want me to respond directly to a chat, make sure to put it in the super chat. So drop whatever comment you want in the super chat, put some color behind it, and I will make sure to answer something that you want me to respond to. But other than that, I might just respond randomly. But I do pay attention to the chat.
Hours of entertainment, highly recommended. Spear making is the epitome of all that is gaming. See, it really is. It's just, I mean, it's just wonderful. But you know, you got to go make your millions or whatever it is you got to do. I get it. I understand. I'm telling you, doesn't sound like a $5 soundtrack, does it? Like they really went all out for this game. It's something else. It really is.
He's sitting there talking about playing a video game while drunk. He's literally drunk, just all in her DMs talking about playing a video game.
Just give it a try. Go relax. Go play video games or something. You know, the conversations are two-sided, and now I feel like I'm just talking to the void. Here I was, just waiting.
And she's not even responding.
For you to give me an answer after I was talking about this fucking game.
So he's like one of these losers that are just in a woman's face, and she's ignoring him, and he's still talking, even though the woman doesn't want to be bothered.
And you just left me hanging. It's very rude, Z. You're a very rude person.
Now he's mad that she's not responding to him. Just like any losers that are out there at the bar with the little stinky breath that are half drunk trying to talk to pretty women. He's the same type of person. He's just this old little degenerate loser just in women's faces or in women's DMs trying to get their attention. This man is pathetic.
Mean. All right, see, fine, I guess.
And somebody in the chat said, I bet you would lose to Andrew Wilson in a debate. I would never debate a loser. Remember, I don't run around debating people anyway. I don't care enough to debate some random ass person. I don't give a shit enough to debate somebody. I will have a conversation with somebody. I will have a disagreement with somebody, but sitting here having this debate with the little debate rules, know this, I'm not doing no stupid shit like that unless it's for the audience. Because I don't care about a random ass person wanting to argue. I'm not doing that. I have a conversation, and if the conversation would be helpful to the audience, yes, but it wouldn't be a debate. Debates are gay. Debates are for gay people. Like the mechanical aspect of arguing your point against a person that has a totally opposite point, the mechanical side of that is stupid. It's stupid. And let me show you what it actually looks like in real time and how stupid it is.
You say proves that Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk with his grandfather.
Well, we would do
got sick for the low seatbelt.
Yep. The fact that he said that he did it.
Where's
in text
the
message.
Okay, right here, this is Andrew Wilson debating with Stu Peters. All right. And I respect Stu Peters. I think he's a very smart, intelligent, cerebral content creator. I don't understand why he actually sat down and debated with this loser. And I told somebody in a group chat before, they were considering debating Gary, Paramount Not So Tactical. And I told him, I said, it's cool that you want to debate the person, but keep this in mind. When random people are going to watch the live stream, when you debate Gary Not So Tactical, I was speaking to somebody in the group chat. If they don't know who you are, they're going to assume that you are also a loser because Gary is a loser. So when you debate a loser, people are going to think you're also a loser because you're on the screen with them. Because a lot of people, they just run across content and they're like, oh, what is this? And they don't know who the people are. But if they recognize one person, they're like, who's debating this loser? they're going to think the other person is a loser also because they're taking the time to debate a loser. So Gary Paramount Tactical is a loser. This man, Andrew Wilson, is a loser. I'm not debating a loser and being on a screen with a loser because people who don't know who I am, they're going to think I'm a loser. And then the person in the group chat did not debate with Gary, which was a good thing because you'll look like a loser sitting on the screen with a loser.
Has
text messages.
What is the evidence that you say proves that?
But I want y'all to listen to this and how stupid it sounds, and you'll see why it makes no sense to debate with a bum. It just makes you look like a bum too.
Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk with his
Well, we would do, yeah,
from the
great.
rooftop of the Losi building.
Yep. The fact that he said that he did it in
Where's the
text
footage
messages.
that Jack Posobiec says that he saw?
The fact
Where's
that he
the
said,
footage
yeah, so I'm trying to give you the evidence.
Why they
bro. You
need to
just don't
lie
ever
about
shut
that?
up. You never stop talking, just filibuster. So here's the evidence. The evidence is we have his DNA on the scene. The evidence is that he sent all of the text messages over. The evidence is overwhelming in that regard.
Okay.
He sent the text messages to them. They pulled the data off the phone.
Sure.
Right? I don't
Okay,
know,
so
what
I'll
else
accept
would you
that.
want?
I'll accept that. So you've got early on. What day was it that they talked about the confession? By the way,
Why would
Do
that,
you
why would
remember
that be
what day of the week
relevant
it was?
to the confession?
Well, Monday, Tuesday,
no,
Wednesday, or
beyond
Thursday,
reasonable,
while we were watching
beyond
the
reasonable
preliminary
doubt.
hearings.
Hang on, to beyond reasonable doubt, not a
Beyond
shadow
reasonable
of a doubt.
doubt. Okay,
Yeah.
beyond reasonable doubt that he's guilty. That's
Yes.
their job, to provide the totality of the most damning evidence that they have
Yes.
at the preliminary hearing.
Yes, that's
Monday
part of
through
it. Yes.
Thursday, when cameras were allowed.
Are they getting anywhere in this back and forth? Let me know. Are you learning anything? Are they coming out with something new that we didn't know? Is there an epiphany coming to your mind after listening to this stupid shit? Or is it just a bunch of babbling? Like, I like Stu Peters, but Stu Peters sounds like an idiot, just like Andrew Wilson sounds like an idiot because he's talking to an idiot. It's like if I go outside and I start debating with a pigeon, I would look like an idiot because I'm debating with a pigeon. You would think I'm crazy or something if I'm arguing with a tree or arguing with a turtle or arguing with a pigeon. You don't argue with idiots because you now are an idiot.
In the courtroom, we heard a lot about DNA.
Yeah.
We heard about all the magic tricks, by the way, that were done on the DNA to make Tyler Robinson show up in the first place.
There was no
It
magic tricks.
Only Lance Twigg.
That's just made up.
It was quite the explanation. It was
it
a big
really
process
wasn't.
that went into that. That was kind of a outside.
No,
of the
there
standard,
really wasn't a big process that
outside
went
of the
into it.
standard. Are you a DNA expert?
No, I listened to the testimony. What is the big kerfluffle? What was the magic trick?
Big kerfluffle was when on Friday they turned the cameras off, and here comes the Bindergate crew rolling into town. Officer Tatum, Jack Posobiec, Benny Johnson, behind closed doors with no cameras in there. Don Jr., they're all there putting on quite a spectacle for the Fox News people.
Yeah.
And then they come out and they said, we saw the video. We saw
What?
it.
Now, doing things like this, going on Joe Rogan, whining about Candace, gives you clout. Stu Peters sitting here looking like an idiot because he's debating an idiot will give Stu Peters more clout because people are going to react to him, and different people would turn around and say, oh, who is that? Stu Peters? Oh, okay, let me follow him, right? So doing these things can get you more clout, but the problem is giving you negative clout because the people that run across you now think you're stupid. There's something called negative clout. I don't want to be known by so many people, millions of people, as an idiot or as somebody that doesn't have a lot of sense or somebody that is stupid or somebody that doesn't know what they're talking about, right? So you have to be careful with clout because clout is like a drug. You take clout, you can end up walking down the street in your drawers because you're high, or you could end up being in the corner of the club throwing up, turtling, doing a little cat doing a little cat thing, you know, with a cat hump in your back. So you got to be careful when you just go doing something for attention, because you'll end up getting negative attention.
What does that have to do with the DNA, Stu?
Because the DNA, which isn't enough, because I don't know how it got there.
Wait, how did we get to the DNA from this? What are you talking about,
listen,
dude?
None of what we have heard, none of the bullshit that you're spewing as the guy who's paid by Turning Point.
Who's not paid by Turning Point.
None of what the prosecution said in the courtroom is enough to convince anybody.
He was paid by Turning Point because he said he was paid by Turning Point. The man is an idiot.
That Tyler Robinson shot.
Yeah, but Stu,
Charlie
you
Kirk.
just made a claim. You
Which
just said
is
that they did a
why-
bunch of magic tricks to the
Which
DNA.
is
I asked you
why-
what,
hold on.
and you said Jack Posobiec went in and
Let's
lied
say
to the
no
camera
magic
about a
tricks
video.
were done. Let's say
What?
no magic tricks were
Okay,
done.
great.
So it gets worse. It gets worse.
I play this recording of Mr. Master Debater. He said, I'm not taking any money from TPUSA minus the fee for debate instruction. So let me rewrite that for you. Yes, I'm taking money from TPUSA. FYI, I'm taking money from, but here's a really shifty used car salesman's way to try to make people think I'm not taking money. Because first I'll say I'm not taking it, but then in the same sense, I am taking it. I just purely enjoy wrecking these people as I consider them to be dumb and inferior to myself in every way. You can't toss me out of an organization I'm not part of. So let's watch. So listen to this. He went out of Spaces.
And shout out to Jimmy Dore. Follow Jimmy Dore. He's really good. I love his content. And he's also a comedian.
So that's him. And they ask him about these text messages. They read the text message to him. He says, you're lying. That's not what the text message says. And then Andrew actually reads it again. He reads it verbatim, exactly what that guy said. And he says it's somehow different. Well, let's listen. It's annoying as hell because he's lying 100% because that's his master debating technique. Let's watch.
So, mind you, his way of winning a debate is to argue with you, talk over you, and lie straight to your face and say, that's not what it said. And to cause you to get frustrated and be like, what are you talking about? That's what it said. No, it isn't. What are you talking about? Something, you're crazy. And that's called gaslighting. So watch how he gaslights the person on the Spaces. He literally says the thing verbatim, and all this idiot wants to say is, that's not what he said.
So he didn't leave the pro-Israel cause, you're just lying. That was actually
So he just quoted it. So the guy just quoted, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. And Andrew, Mr. Debater, Wilson says, you're lying.
was actually quote unquote what he said. He said, leaving me no choice. He said, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause. Read the whole thing. He's lying.
Read the whole.
So now he's saying read the whole thing, but he just read the whole thing. This is how he tries to win a debate. He's just going to keep telling you, just read the whole thing. I just read the whole thing. And your level of frustration goes up because he's trying to tell you what you're doing is wrong, but you're like, it's right here, stupid. And next thing you know, you get frazzled and he turns around and wins the debate by just gaslighting you.
Thing. What? We just read you the whole thing. And now he's pretending like they're leaving something out.
Okay, so I got you. So I cannot and will not be bullied like this.
Ah, I see. By certain donors who want
Jewish donors fit all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause.
I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up and share their opinion on this guy. And, you know, maybe y'all see something different than I see. I just think the guy's a loser. Some of y'all may think he is a masturbator. So I'm dropping a StreamYard link right now. And if you guys want to come up and come hang out with me.
It's not what he said either. You're lying again, so I'm going to pull up the...
That's exactly what he said. That's verbatim. And first he goes, aha, like, aha, you're correct. What is the aha? And then he says, that's not what he said. And he goes to the
messages just to blow this lie out.
Knock yourself out. Knock yourself out.
So let's go with the Charlie Kirk messages leaving pro-Israel.
He's going to Grok.
No, I'm not doing Grok. Relax. And I would tell you if I was. And by the way, I think that it
What I don't
would be,
understand
stop. Let me respond to the claims first.
Yeah, so nobody unmute, please. It's just Travis and Andrew right now. Please, nobody mute.
Shout out to Allie Top File. She looks like she's in the room.
You don't need to put your hand up either. I see.
So here's what Ashley said. Jewish donors play into all the stereotypes. I cannot and will not be bullied like this, leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause.
That's exactly what they said he said. And he's pretending, if I say you're lying, and then I read the exact verbatim what they just said. But watch this, he goes on and pretends that Charlie said the next part.
Please don't invite Candace. That might feel good short term. So this was over donors. They're playing chicken with donors. Please,
please don't invite Candace with somebody else's words. I wanted to focus in on the leaving me no choice but to leave the pro-Israel cause.
You please don't invite Candace. That might feel good short term. But
Yeah, that's not what Charlie said. That was someone else saying that on that text thread, and now Andrew is pretending that Charlie said that. Mr. Master Debater. So do you see how it's like banging your head against the concrete wall? This guy,
Yes.
This guy who's a master debater, he's teaching.
He literally is talking to Andrew Wilson is literally like beating your head against the wall. You can't win because he's going to start arguing with you about some stupid shit and try to accuse you for lying when you're literally reading something off some paper.
Head against the concrete wall. This guy who's a master debater, he's teaching other people how to debate.
it's not in the long term, in my opinion. Like all groups, you're going to get a wide variety of opinions. That nasty free will thing that God bestowed upon us that makes life frustrating at all times. So Charlie's venting right now because donors are telling him who he can and can't platform. Right? He's pissed off about it. So he's using I'll just leave the pro-Israel cause if it's the case that these donors are going to try to bully me into this. By the way, this isn't the first time that he's played this game of chicken with donors.
So he's pretending that Charlie didn't mean what he said. He's just doing this as a tactic with donors, except he's on a text thread without the donors. So this is just, again, he just makes shit up. And you saw how easy it was for Joe Rogan to dismantle him with just obvious. Joe's not even following this case closely. This
is the guy. Y'all ain't awake yet. Yeah, he's a masturbator. That's his job. He's a he's a masturbator. But I don't know. Hey, and he might make a nice living just running around arguing with people. I think it's stupid, but hey, if this is what he enjoys doing, I'm not mad at him. What is this? Oh, that's what that is. Where's the first part of the video? Is it this? No. Where's the video? Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for a particular video. I'll just bring it up again. Here it is.
Where'd you go for a week? Well, TPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
Just debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me, Candace. I'm like, ew. Like the sissy culture of men online saying, and there's something also just extraordinarily like gay, like 90s gay about like.
TPUSA hired me to go down and train its new crop of debaters.
Just debate me, Candace. Candace, look at me, Candace. I'm like, ew. Like the sissy culture of men online saying, and there's something also just extraordinarily like gay, like 90s gay about like men that do that full time online. And she's like, I'm like, stop. Like, stop being a woman. Like, let us do that. When men podcast, they can't podcast like women. Do you get what I mean? Ugh, please don't do that. It's so gross. It's so gross. I hate looking at these men. It bothers me deeply.
I gotta grip it.
Uh-oh, Andrew. If you can't open it either.
Your hand greased the whole top of it. Literally slippery.
Sorry,
I'm supposed to open the pickle jar? Grab me a paper towel so I can dry the top of it off.
You're the big strong man. There you go. Come on.
I can't grip the fucker. Like, I gotta have a way to grip it. I gotta grip it. Try it. You fucker. Oh. Bullshit. I'm supposed to open the pickle jar?
That's Andrew Wilson, the masturbator. So, 90s gay. Yes, Kara, 90s gay. So, yeah. And like I said, speaking of gay, I'm going to get up the nerve to do a live stream about how everybody at Turning Point USA and possibly Charlie Kirk also is gay, and how and why this is detrimental to not only America, but also to our children. Because like I said, a lot of gay people stay to themselves, but a lot of other gay people, they like to make other people gay. And I think that is the biggest problem with Turning Point USA and possibly Charlie Kirk also. So put a 1 in the chat if you still want me to do the live stream that I said I was going to do, because I was like, I don't want to get canceled. But put a 1 in the chat if you still want me to do a live stream about proving how everybody at Turning Point USA, including Charlie Kirk, may actually be gay. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to do that. You want me to do that live stream. Because some of y'all like Charlie Kirk. And I don't want to piss y'all off. I want to piss my own audience off by just doing something that I want to do. I want to see if y'all want me to do it. Because then y'all can't piss me. I can't piss y'all off if y'all want it. So y'all can let me know if y'all want it. So put a 1 in the chat if y'all still want me to do the video about Turning Point USA is gay. I'll do a quick commercial and we'll come right back.
This just in, a new way of healing is sweeping the country, and it's a card game called Like Mother, Like Daughter. This game is powerful.
My favorite question was, if you could parent me all over again, what would you change? This card game has a mother deck and a daughter deck, so we both have questions for each other.
These are some good questions. Do you think I'm a people pleaser? If so, where did I get this trait from?
This card game actually helped my marriage, and the questions showed me that I still had unresolved issues with my mom, and I was taking them out on my husband.
If you don't do anything else, buy this card game. You won't regret it. Click the link below.
Like mother, like daughter, we are the same. You'll see when we play this game.
All right, so let me see. Let's see. Okay, so I got a lot of 1s. Okay, so I'm going to do the show about how everybody is gay. I just wanted to make sure, because I don't want to just give y'all something that y'all don't want. So with all that being said, make sure to set your alarms on your phone for Mondays and Wednesdays at 12 o'clock p.m. So every Monday and every Wednesday, I'm going live 12 o'clock p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays. And of course, I'm going live other days, but those are specific days where you know that I'm live no matter what. All right, unless something is going on or whatever. All right, so I will talk to y'all later, and I will see y'all Wednesday. Have a good one.